Now, most of this water is going to have germs in it, I would assume. Oh. Ah, is this germ-free polluted water? It is. Yeah. It's polluted water, but it's clean. In fact, there's no germs anywhere on the map. Oh, wow. Hadn't realized. Very well. I accept. Hey, Crack-a-lackin' TV. Hey, Malachi, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, freezing kills germs, and honestly, even elsewhere, the heat is so high that quite a lot of germs would just die from the heat in many of these areas. Actually, let's cancel that. Oh no, because I'm not going to burrow across for a little while. So we'll just tap into this pocket of gas down there. We'll uncover a little bit more. We do need to do a lot more in terms of exploration, but we're getting there. I want to drop everything out of here. There's eggshells down there. Is there any... probably we had raw egg that already popped, unfortunately. That's a bit of a shame. But what can you do? Yep. Right, all of that is done. Fantastic. So we want to copy this with pretty much the same priority. And now that that flooring is done, I want the ceiling to be done very, very soon. Now there's little pockets of gas here and there, but it's hot gas. Granted, hot oxygen is better than no oxygen, so we will tap into them where we can. Probably across here as well, actually. There's a somewhat decent pocket of gas there. It's not actually that dense. For the heat that's there, it's probably not worth us going for it. Hard to say, though. Oh, Bilal slept so crappy last night. Just had a 2-hour nap, which isn't the best, seeing as how it's now 8:30 p.m. Wop wop. Germ-free, locally sourced, polluted glacier spring water. Sounds like a marketing ploy. Well, I mean, if it's the only water you got, polluted spring water is better than no spring water, or no water at least. Go. Starting to get a little somewhere now. We only have the advanced research to do, and then we can get the battery. Once we have that, I can start filling this place with CO2. The issue with the CO2, now this is a big issue, is that it's by itself going to be hot. And there's no getting away from that one, unfortunately. Also, I'm going to start telling them to harvest the arbor trees. The wood will be useful eventually. Those pips are doing some work though, wow. What priority have I given these? 6. There we go. Do I think I'll ever get around to playing Tier 2 again? I've actually been playing that a lot in my downtime lately. Right, okay. So, our farmer armor. Our karma armor farmer. At this point, I'm going to give you science. Starting to produce oxygen down here with the deodorizer. Nice. Once we have that, I'm going to be coming down here to get these. Specifically the mesh tile. Once we have the mesh tile, the next point of call for us will be all the way down here. And a water sieve. Yeah, it's not working right now due to missing forth. Thank you very much for catching that one, Sangiri. I'm not too worried about it, strictly speaking. There's a lot of other construction jobs going on, and I'm happy for them to just focus on those for a bit. Right now, they've got a lot of work to do with building the insulated tile there. Right. At this stage, I'm going to say... to finish building that. Also, where did that just go? Where did it go? Where did I just try to build insulated tile that I didn't mean to? Can't see. Okay, fair enough. Ah, there we are. Donk. A scoundrel. Does anyone know why he left the stairs at space 5 tiles wide? I get it's for future plans, but what exactly? Well, initially I was considering making this a spine. Like an external spine for power in the base. Those plans have changed significantly since then, but it's still a reasonable option for me. I'll eventually have a fireman's pole down the middle, and it doesn't really give us any particular benefit in the way I'm going to be using this little area. But when it comes to external areas, I actually like to have the sort of trunks of my distribution, power and such, being able to move through a 5 wide area. Okay, we've got some muckroot. Don't need calories. Excavation creativity. Ooh, 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 ooh. You're a no because of the floral scent. We could get Joshua. Now, the good thing with Joshua is Joshua has a small bladder, which means Joshua uses the toilet more often. And in a colony where a lot of our oxygen generation is probably going to be coming from the evaporation of polluted water into polluted oxygen, which will then be filtered through a deodorizer to give us clean oxygen. Needing to wee more often is probably a good thing. Then we have to do it. Good time zone, everyone. How's the stream going? Are the duplicants still breathing? Mostly breathing? Mostly breathable gases? Yes. Yes, they are. Yeah, if we take Joshua now, then Joshua is going to contribute to the overall amount of polluted water production we have. I believe that because of small bladder, they need to use the toilet more often in a cycle, but every use still generates the same increase in polluted water. You still produce more water than you use up. Now, I think we're going to definitely go for them. So let's go ahead. Who's next on the list? Tokot. You shall be joining us. I need to find out how I'm going to say your name. Oh, can we not fit it? There we go. I like to think that Tokot is probably Klingon. And Tokot, something along those lines. Probably means something very good. Very deserving of a saga being written about it. Tok for short. Yeah, we could go with Tok for short. We'll use the whole name, though. I'll just call him Tok. Could put it in, like, apostrophes, hyphens, all that sort of stuff. It would be great. What do we need? A tick for balance? Oh, my lord. But... No, I'm not going to change his name to TikTok. His name is Mpok. I'm not going to just randomly change them. No, I'm not going to call him Taco as well. Oh, my lord. Toktik sounds stupid, whereas TikTok does not. What? Oh, my lord. No, let's just get him in. There you go. Run, flee. This is a bad place. Right, let's get you over here. Donk. Priorities-wise... Well, you just like hiding, honestly. I'm gonna... I want supplying to be your top priority. Operating can be there as well. But there we go. Since these are your skills, long may you enjoy them. I don't think supplying... Like, there's no skill involved in supplying, is there? No, it's just strength. And I don't think that gets better with time. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it does increase based on science. I'm going to do some conduct research and gain skill points. Oh, I mean, and skill learning speed. Because it doesn't appear to me that that would make any sense, that having science would improve the rate at which the other skills are learned, but maybe they do. I don't know. Either way, the first one you get is going to be something you enjoy doing, just so I can give you a proper hat. Crack on and enjoy. Aavak, if we needed polluted water, are any of our duplicants a vomiter? Could we lock a dupe in a room, keep them alive but highly stressed, and use it? You can, but that is so morally dubious. More water. Alright. Oh, damn it. Oh, there's too much liquid down there. It's going to be a pain in the bum. I actually want the superstructure done reasonably fast. The rest can wait. Be a lower priority, but getting the ladders and stuff done is reasonably high priority for me. Actually, supplying that with filtration medium though, so it can filter out the polluted oxygen is a high priority though. Almost done there. Once that's done, we just build across the igneous rock. In fact, I can set that up now. Yeah, I'm just constantly giving them more jobs to do, so I am going to just get this one on an 8. Just to finish off that room, just so we can continue our research. But it didn't really worry me too much that it was there before. But I keep giving them more jobs to do, as is the way with oxygen not included, I guess. So I do need to get that one dealt with. Yeah, I've seen colonies where a lot of the important stuff like oxygen and stuff like that is largely made from the excretions of the duplicants. And if you feed them on just a diet of meal lice, as long as you can keep the dirt coming in, then you more or less have free water. And to keep dirt going, all you need is a couple of arbor trees and a pip or two. Domesticated. You don't even need to domesticate the arbor trees. Just have a large enough area where the pips can go and feed happily. And suddenly you have infinite levels of dirt. The additional apartments aren't a high priority. Well, actually, yeah, they are a 6. To be fair, you are right. Probably should have let those lie until the rest of the more urgent works were completed. I'd like that one done as well, please. Now, the thing is, duplicants themselves produce heat, so if you stick them in an insulated bubble, eventually they're going to cook themselves, just with their own body heat. Now, that's the thing. Yes, you can take out the bathrooms and pump polluted water into a liquid container in the chlorine room to remove germs. But if you're not cooking with the water, you don't need to worry about germs. Food poisoning germs will only infect a colonist if they eat something made with that thing, or they handle it before they cook their food, etc., etc. But if they're just eating meal lice, or indeed, if they're just eating barbecue, or if they're just eating, well, pretty much anything, omelets, or anything that's made without water, then you don't actually need to remove the food poisoning germs. The chlorine room sounds like a lovely place. I know, right? Thank you very much for the cheer there, Silo. Yeah, you can... Polluted water is used in a lot of things. But you absolutely don't need to worry about germs unless you're going to cook with that water. There's that polluted dirt. There we go. Let's get it somewhere safe where it's not going to sublimate, because eventually I want to sublimate, to control its sublimation. Ah, really? Oh, well. Ah, well. We're going to need to get down there anyway. I don't know if I've got icy fans researched, but that is something that we're going to be using to cool this place down, because there's plenty of ice around. It won't be that difficult for us to manage. The other thing is ice blocks. Making ice sculptures around the place is a solid way of doing it. It is going to mean there's going to be just water all over the place for a little while, but that doesn't actually bother me. But the icy fans are fairly useful ways of managing it. And we do, in fact, have it researched. Quite right. So, that'd be our utilities, I believe. Yeah. Now, once a duplicant has used an icy fan for a while, does it eventually produce does it eventually create water on the floor or in a bottle? Because that's a question I would enjoy the answer, learning the answer to. Actually, we don't need to go up there. We can easily gather a goodly amount of ice by just harvesting the ice that's readily available to us. There we go. Oh, next up, we want these. There we go. Getting there slowly. How about we get the Great Hall back up and running, though? Because I feel that that's a bit of a priority. That should be a 7. Now, the problem with an icy fan is it requires duplicant labor. So I'm going to disable their building for now. But we will have a duplicant cooling this area down, because that is ruddy hot. And we don't want it to be. Please stop dropping things in the water pool. I don't mind them being down there. All of this is effectively germ-free water, but damn it, it's annoying to have to go down there and get it. Because now, of course, I have to. It is required. Right, we want pretty much this setting over there. There we go. And at this point, I want these... Well, we'll get rid of both of them, honestly. There's no real reason to have them there. Right, I think 'tis time for us to get a wood burner up and running. It'll produce a tiny amount of power, but it'll produce a lot of CO2. Like a lot of CO2. It's going to use up a resource that I don't care about so much. Right now, I don't care about it at any rate. Perhaps, though, it would behoove us to make a specific location for it, though. If I have the CO2 just over there, then it'll be easy enough to control. That being said, the coal generator generates a lot more power. Realistically, I'd only be building the wood burner here to have CO2. You're back and you need some semi-calmness. So welcome back, Star. I hope you're doing alright. Don't worry, we'll be quite calm again. On the topic of calmness, I have been. It might not be immediately apparent why I'm thinking about this. I've been watching a lot of YouTube lately, and there's a couple of creators that I massively recommend. I am actually thinking of doing a little video soon. I know it's been a long time. When I first started Let's Playing, I did so through the Voltron Army community, which was a community centered around a creator called 1FJF. And the creators there kind of did a thing where they would have creators in their sidebars and all of that. But it was reasonably common to kind of have like community spotlights for creators in the community, and just to kind of highlight people that you were enjoying the content of, really. And that's not so much a done thing anymore, but there's still a big part of me that I don't know, it always feels a little bit disingenuous these days, I think. There's always this part of like, are you actually trying to help them get discovered or share your recommendations, or are you trying to promote yourself? Because quite often, or at least in the ones that I see lately, there's some sort of condition upon which you get the shout out, like, oh, are you following the channel, you sub to the channel and stuff. It's stuff that I've always disliked about giveaways as well. Quite often it's like, oh, you know, if you want to be part of this giveaway, you have to subbed and subscribed. And while I understand the business of it, I truly do, and you know, not slinging any shade at someone who wants to be like, well, this is, I'm giving this stuff away. Realistically, I'm doing it as a promotion of me. You know, when they're just straight up with it, it's like, yeah, I've got no issue with that. That's just business. That makes sense. But it's when it's masqueraded as something else. You know, this kind of fake altruism. But that's a bigger side. I was recently thinking of just having a video where I say, yeah, these are the people that I'm literally spending my days watching. They might be for you as well. If so, that's cool. If not, oh, well, you know. If nothing else, I guess it kind of brings us closer together, because you kind of have a better idea of the sort of people that I watch, that chill me out, sort of thing, you know? Shackle Draconis, thank you so much there, mate. Cheers for the 9 months. The dapperest of anniversaries, indeed. And also, hey, Rhapsody, how you doing, buddy? Speaking of creators that I enjoy watching the content of, Rhapsody is one of them. Thank you very much for the raid, buddy. Hello, raiders. Oxygen raid, give me all of the breath. I mean, wait, we don't have much, I'm afraid. We're kind of trying to survive a lot on polluted oxygen. I mean, you can have that if you want. I mean, you've picked the wrong place to raid if you want air. Hello, mate. How was your stream, mate? What were you playing? You were playing... Oh, you were playing Oxygen on Computer as well. Fantastic. Right, you know what? I can already tell you, you're going to do something really dumb. So, how about you don't? My greatest wish is for duplicants to actually understand that maybe not building from the outside in when the thing you're building is a wall between your base and some sort of like dead-end cave. Maybe building from the inside would be the best thing to do. Just like Dwarf Fortress, all over again. It was great. I was playing Oni, too. Got reminded how much I like it after raiding you a week or two ago. Oh, fantastic, mate. I'm really glad that the earlier raid led to that. That's actually really nice. Right, we're going to need some batteries. I don't think we're going to need much. Can this even be activated via automation? Oh, it can. I assumed it could not. I've made a fool of myself. You know what? Deconstruct that then. I am actually going to move it up here. The CO2 will move down easily enough. I'm playing on a A biome chosen by the Daplings, of course. So we're playing on Oasis, trying to deal with the heat. It's not going well. It's not. It really isn't. Peach Cat Hino, thank you very much for the 3 months. 3rd month, 2nd Basman. Cheers. Thanks so much for all your wonderful entertainment. You're more than welcome.